What's happening, everybody? Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe. Now, the most successful Black NFL head coach in the history of the sport has extended his contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that is one Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin has a 3-year extension with the Pittsburgh Steelers announced recently, and he will be there through at least the 2024 season. Mike Tomlin has been the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers since 2007. He is the third longest tenured coach in the entire league, and he's never had a losing season. I think his record right now, his current record is 145, 78, 1. And also, let's not forget, he won Super Bowl, 45? Super Bowl 45, and he had another appearance in, he won Super Bowl, what was that? He won Super Bowl 43, had another appearance in Super Bowl 45. So he's the only Black coach in the history of the league to go to the Super Bowl twice. He was the second Black coach to win a Super Bowl title behind Tony Dungy, and I think he has eclipsed Tony Dungy as the best Black coach in the history of the NFL. Now, what does this mean? So, Tomlin, we know for a fact, will at least be the head coach of the Steelers, barring anything catastrophic over the next 3 years. Like I said, he's never had a losing season. I don't think he'll have a losing season this year either, but Mike Tomlin has just defied all odds. Like no coach in the NFL really is supposed to last this long, right? Like there's only 3 coaches that have lasted as long as Mike Tomlin, and that is Bill Belichick with 6 Super Bowls and Sean Payton, who just had Drew Brees for 20 years, right? So to be a head coach in this league, there's some luck involved. Like there's some luck involved to being a head coach, to be able to stay with one team for this duration of time. You have to have the quarterback. Mike Tomlin has been fortunate enough to have Ben Roethlisberger, whether you love him or hate him, and I'm not a crazy Ben Roethlisberger fan, especially for his off-the-field stuff, but he is successful on the field, right? And that is what has allowed Mike Tomlin to be able to have as much success as he has had, right? The Steelers for a long time was known as a team that played really, really, really good defense, even especially during the beginning, all of the Bill Cowher years and even the beginning of the Mike Tomlin years. The last 5 years for Mike Tomlin, Pittsburgh has been more and more of an offensive team. The defense is starting to lack. The offense has picked it up, except for this past year. Now, this past year, TJ Watt and Bud Dupree and company kind of took over, and they started off 11-0. A lot of that was because of Minkah Fitzpatrick, because of Bud Dupree, because of TJ Watt. And Ben Roethlisberger kind of just guided them, all right? But the offense now for Pittsburgh is so bad that it's going to be interesting to see what they do moving forward, right? They lost James Conner. Ben Roethlisberger is getting worse, not better. Let's just be honest. And they decide they still like to throw the ball 50, 55 times a game. And with no running game, like essentially at all, like zero running game, it's going to be hard to be successful in a league or in a division with Lamar Jackson and with the Browns. Whether you like the Browns or not, they have a better roster than Pittsburgh. Whether you like the Browns or not, they probably have a better quarterback than Pittsburgh at this point. Like that's for you to debate in the comments. But it's interesting to see what happens with Pittsburgh over the next year, because they definitely need to be in the quarterback business. They need to be in the Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Mac Jones conversation, right? Like they just do. Because Ben Roethlisberger, I can guarantee you right now, I'm willing to stamp it right now, by the end, Ben Roethlisberger will not be the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers by the end of this 3-year term. Like over the next 3 years, this Mike Tomlin extension, Ben Roethlisberger is going to be moved on before the end of this extension. Like this will probably be his last year as the starting quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They gave him a 1-year deal. They gave him a 1-year deal this offseason. So it's going to be up to Mike Tomlin to figure that out and to fix that, to fix his offense, to fix his quarterback room, to fix all of that stuff, because the defense, I think, is solid, especially when they get Devin Bush back. But that offense, especially that running game, needs a lot of reworking, retooling. You got weapons on the outside. Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, Juju Smith came back, Schuster came back. So you need to fix that side of the ball. But Mike Tomlin, I got to salute Mike T. Since 2007, he has been the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and not once has he had less than 8 wins in a year. Not once Has he? And they're changing the season this year. It's going to be 17 games, but for the longest, 16 games, and he's never lost more than 8 games in a year. So, and he's never had less than 8 wins in a year. So that is astounding in itself. I wish Mike Tomlin nothing but the best, and he is the best black head coach in the history of the NFL. Don't argue with me. Argue with somebody else. He's better than Tony Dungy. He's better than Dennis Green. He's better than Art Shell. He's the best. He is the best. And hopefully we have some more guys that's going to challenge that throne, like the guy down in Miami right now, Brian Flores. He's doing a great job. So I hope some other black coaches are able to challenge that and say, no, actually, I'm now the best black head coach in the history of the league. But yeah, I love Mike Tomlin and what he's been able to do with some of the guys and the teams that he's had, and to never lose more than 8 games is just astounding. Leave your thoughts and comments down below on Mike Tomlin as he gets a 3-year extension from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr. at the Black Boss channel and Victory Formation. And follow me on Instagram at JLightsy7. I post content on there all the time. I'll see you.